welcome back to Glenlathen. It's the next morning. The weather is significantly better. One of the things that I have to be careful with when I skip time is the cows running out of food. And the calves are sort of okay, but they do need food. But the cows have exactly 34 litres of food left. So I need to get them fed, and then we're going to get on with chopping the maize silage. The weather is actually pretty good for this game day, so let's get some stuff moved, get the feed mixer out and get mix done. I'm at least going to get one mix done so that we can then get on with the chopping. I want to say thank you to the 5,000 folks that decided to click the subscribe button. That is pretty nuts. I know a very, very small percentage, a number that I'm not going to work out, of you actually watch, but you know, you're all here for different things. Most of you won't even see me say this, but yeah, it's very cool. So I now need to work out what I'm going to do to move that trailer as well, do for the giveaway. I have not decided yet, and I'm not gonna, you know, it's taken me, since I mentioned doing the giveaway, it's taken a year to get to that point, so I'm not going to rush getting to that. Let's send, no. Where are you going? Okay. Send this one off on auto drive. There we go. I'm not going to rush getting that sorted. I've got plenty of time, so yeah. That'll happen soon, but not instantly. Need to move that bale trailer. Then we'll get feed mixed, and then we will get chopping. So I'm going to get a few of these bits done, and I'll be back when we're making some TMR. So I haven't yet edited the TMR mixture so that we can put whole crop silage in. So just doing a mix that is hay, grass silage, and brewer's grain at the moment, and that is way too much brewer's grain. I'll probably do that between videos, I guess. It's a nice weekend job, so that'll probably be when it gets done. Then yeah, you know, kind of edits like that are generally weekend jobs, but we'll get the cows something to eat. I need to do some milk for the calves, although they're probably good for a few hours even with just that few hundred litres. But yeah, once I get stuck in to doing the silaging, I don't want to get distracted and forget, basically. So back the Fiat in here. I did talk about the potential, maybe not even on one of these videos, of swapping this to the other Fiat, the new Edo modding one, but that doesn't have, oh, I'm missing a bale spike because that is on a different tractor. So it's on the 7810 that I used to clear the hay bales. So we'll just use the Merlot for now. It's closer. Should be okay for this job. We'll grab, we'll keep clearing the shed out. I want to get the silage bales out of the shed because they don't behave particularly well in here. So get those cleared out. In future, we will just put hay bales in here. It's a bit snug now. We have all of the most of the hay bales are over in the shed, the other side of the yard, which is a bit of a it's going to slow down my speed of mixing, but it's okay. It was where I told the that's not good, where I told the DS Agri guys to put them, so I can't really complain about that. So yeah, we do have the magical high mineral wrap, which means you leave it on and it dissolves in the mixer and I'll eat it. Yeah, it's all good. And then I usually put in about half a bale of hay. We will see that the silage bales are still going down, but I'll start putting some hay in as well, if it'll let me. There we go. might be more than half a bale of hay. Yeah, it is more than half a bale of hay. I just need to make sure I don't put too much in, because otherwise we won't get a valid mix. And I've had loads of problems with that on here, because I don't know, sometimes I struggle. I think it's because that's why I made the smaller hay bales. The size of the bales versus the size of the mixer don't match very well. But there we go. We have a TMR. Right, we'll save the rest of that bale for another day. And I wonder if this will hook up to the milk wagon. Don't even know it will. I don't know if we'll be able to get in the trigger with all those vehicles there, or if the pipe will reach. Let's see if it will. That's a negative. Right, I'm going to get this filled up and I will be back. Okay, the carbs have milk, put everything back around. We're just going to do the TMR. I think actually the cows are going to have run out of food because I've been faffing. So if we look, hopefully their health hasn't started to dip. It has already, so yeah, bad me. Less talking, more doing, I guess. Yeah, so that's a little bit annoying, but they will recover and productivity will pick back up. In terms of reproduction, so they're at 63. Starting the process. Starting the process, and we do have, I think probably we'll get the calves out of these, and we may have to sell these because I think with the way things are set up, their milk production is maybe going to stop. I need to double check the data, and I'm pretty sure that with Night Cloaks milking at 60 months, it stops. So we'll take the calf from them and sell them on. I think that's the case. I will double check when I stop to switch to doing the silaging. So yeah, they at least have some food now. I'm going to have to feed them again later. The calves are okay. There's quite a bit of manure in their pen, but we'll get that cleaned out later as well. I'll have to do a afternoon mucking out and feeding session, I suspect. There's a wall there. Not quite the turning circle I thought. It's fine. It's fine. We'll try again and see what we hit this time. Yeah, that's perfect. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. So let's get this in the shed and then we will start doing the silage harvest. I don't think it's going to take that long, if I'm honest. Before we head that way, let's jump in the 8410 and see if we can sell horseplay. Well, I think from terms of a waypoint, have him over here. That should be. This little flash up the auto drive network. Yeah, we wait over here. That. Actually, maybe we need to wait all the way down here, so we're well out of the way of auto drive. Okay, and then if we go into here, and silo position is here, target position is there. Let's close that. Direction we want to reverse, wait for unloader at park position, stop at 99% compaction. We'll activate that. Yeah, that's a new feature and we will start job. So, target is unreachable. Okay. What about if we do this? Position, target position, start job. Target is unreachable. Okay. I wonder if this is an issue with a newer version of Courseplay. Silo position. There. Target position. Where else can we make you wait? Maybe off to there. This is why you never do auto drive or Courseplay live. Yeah, okay, that doesn't seem like it wants to work. So we'll just leave that for now. Might be a job I have to do afterwards. Just checked, and yeah, I was right. The version of it, the version of the enhanced animal system I'm using at the moment, I'm not on the latest version. Doesn't affect production of milk around gestation and things. So I'm using. Oh, no, that's okay. So I'm using Night Cloak's edit to the animal food additions, and at 60 months, the cows do stop producing milk. So when they have that calf, those older cows are going to be sold on for burger and steaks and things. We'll keep the calves and we will cycle through. So I am hoping that auto drive wants to play this time. So if I jump in the forage harvester, hopefully, yeah, it looks like it does want to behave. So now that the ground has dried out, we are not sinking, and it would be rather nice if you would like to follow along, Mr. Tractor. So I think I said in the last video that the plan was to do, or to keep going with the spiral one that I'd set Courseplay for. And oh, what are you doing? It's not going to work auto drive. We don't throw far enough. Put a little bit. Nope, you're embarrassing yourself, auto drive. Let's send. Why can't you calculate path? Oh, did I say never do Courseplay and auto drive live? Did I say that? Let's send you off. Why can you not calculate R? Tested this before and it worked. So let's get up on. Is that not connected? It is connected. Maybe if I do that. But that should. There we go. Let's try the other one and see if that wants to behave and sits to the side of me and behind me. Otherwise, I'll stick on follow me so we can actually make some progress. This is why you never use auto drive and Courseplay live, because you just don't want to behave sometimes. If I had a forage harvester that could throw over the back, it would be fine. But this one just doesn't throw that far, so it's not fine, and therefore I need it to behave. Let's see. Yay. There we go. Come on. Come on. you going so far? Because some idiot had... Let's watch and see if auto drive wants to tip properly. Looks like it's going to be okay. So some idiot had put the cruise control at 1 mile per hour. That would be me when I was tipping. So that's why things were a little bit funky there. But come on. Going to switch VCA to always show so that I can pick the appropriate lane to run down this side of the field and get ourselves, there we go. So that gives a nice route to work around the field and chop it all if the tractor would pay. There we go. So yeah, we're going to get this all chopped. I might end up compacting it off camera, or I might just jump cut a little bit. So this week, if you are a patron, you will have already heard me say this week is a little bit busy with some work stuff and also some running stuff. So I'm trying to do this video with live commentary, which is a little bit different for me, so it'll be a little bit different. But there's a barking dog. That dog is so annoying with its barking. No, 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 no. You go that side. Thank you very much. Yeah, so annoying. Yeah, he does love a bark. I think it's a hangover from the fact that he is he is a failed working dog. So part of his breed is to be alert and shout. So that's what he does. He does enjoy a good shout at stuff. So yeah. What's going on in Farm Sim World? I'm not sure, to be honest. So I'm finding that the flow of mods is very irregular. And I don't know if that's a new policy at Giants or not, but you know, it's not like every day we get a small batch like we used to. It seems to be every few days, and I've not noticed the pattern yet that we get a bigger batch. So whether they're just you go that side, whether they're holding on to them and releasing them in bigger groups for some reason, maybe it's easier from some kind of process point of view for them. But yeah, that's kind of strange. And they might have posted something on the Giants forums about why they've done it, but generally don't go there because, as I mentioned in a multiplayer video after my first post, I was banned, so I got unbanned. But yeah, it means I generally don't bother frequenting the forums that much. I'll occasionally go in if I'm looking for something, but yeah. Head auto drive. Yeah, so they may have posted, and one of the side effects of me not going there is I may or may not have mentioned I was having a whole load of multiplayer server issues for both the infrequent server that this is part of and the server that Kartek and I are using to do our Chipping Norton series. And so I got in touch with the support from G-Portal, who is always, so far, my experience with their support is they answer really promptly and are generally really good. Not at all affiliated or associated with, just use them and typically have pretty good service. So, yep. And they shared with me, or copied in the post from Giants. It was a Giants issue, and it has now been fixed, and it means I can just put servers up when I need to. So that's kind of cool, and that segues brilliantly into two rather amusing emails I have had in the last 2 days, 3 days. So not just since I've had 5,000 subscribers. I signed up for stream elements and have a few little bits set up in there, but don't really use it that much. And I saw I had an email from them about sponsorship opportunities, and it was like, my first reaction was that's spam, and then I went onto the Stream Elements website, and it was not spam, it was real, but it's not something that I am at all interested in, because it's for Raid Shadow Legends, and you stream Raid Shadow Legends, and if people download it while they're watching your stream or from your link or whatever, you get money. You can make up to thousands of dollars, apparently. Yeah, not happening. Not my kind of thing. Not a game that I play. Not a game that I'm interested in playing. But yeah, it's it made me smile slightly. That a site that I've never used has decided I am eligible somehow. It's yeah, I guess it's one of those things that might start happening. Maybe. Who knows? It's one that I often wonder about. Don't worry, there are going to be no HelloFresh ads sneaking in. Nothing like that. I have a, unsurprisingly, I guess, for most of you, I have a bit of a negative view of a lot of that stuff. So I'm going to send you off because you seem to be struggling to keep up on the hills, and I think we're wasting crop, so we'll bring this one over. Yeah, I have quite a negative view of a lot of that stuff, and mainly that it feels very fake, and so I'm yeah, I don't expect things will suddenly change, you know, but hey, the fact that the emails arrived, it amused me, and I just thought I would clarify my position on it. So, yeah, and I talk about it in the videos that I do about it, but I am very much looking forward to the premium edition. It's got some cool stuff in it, you know. For a start, you can make a piano. Is that right? I'm kidding. I'm really looking forward to the new crops. That's going to be really cool. I'm really curious as to how that's all going to be managed, and if Giants are going to produce any sort of things to help mappers add it to their maps, because that's also something that will allow normal players, help normal players add it to things that modders aren't adding it to. So that might become a video in the future, I guess. Some of the new kit looks really good. I was just talking about it. I love a Fiat tractor, so the fact that there's a new Fiat in there is really cool, or old Fiat. Either way, I really like that. Looking forward to that. So yeah, well, I don't know if I'll play the map. It's a really nice looking map, and there's the whole new map hype stuff, but generally I don't play Giants maps, so unless there are any maps we have available. And did I play I think when the Alpine DLC released for FS19, I did play on it because, you know, there was hype. But I'm sure there will be better maps available at that point to play, you know. In fact, I'll still be playing the maps that I play because it's only a month and a bit away, so no worries there about me suddenly map hopping to get the clicks. I have had to, with bringing in the PlayStation series, I've probably lost a Saxthorpe video a week at the moment. That's going to vary a bit, but kind of I'm enjoying playing on PlayStation, weirdly. I'm enjoying the challenge. And they're quite popular, so you know that's kind of win in my view. So can I spin around and just tidy this edge up? I'm going to keep making those. People enjoy watching them. I enjoy playing it. It would be silly not to. This is what I was trying to avoid. But the other tractor is on its way back by the looks of it, which is cool. But there it is. It's just coming around the back of that shed. Come on, auto drive. But it's because there's a piece of silage in front of it. I'd probably have it set to avoid crops on here. It's 50% full. I'm going to actually ping that off to unload. We'll bring the new one in. And hopefully carry on. And it's not the most efficient area. I just spent a whole bunch of money to make the trailers bigger, and now I'm not using the capacity of the bigger trailers, which is a waste of money and all that stuff. But hey, come on, I need the other in. Hello. Let's try folding and unfolding. Hello. Move you into the field so you're not in the way. And in fact, let's set you up. I'm not worried about crop destruction destroying the stuff on the edge of the field. In fact, it probably will help with having the culture behave, because it won't worry about driving into anything. Pro tip, lower your header. I am going to push my luck here and see if I can get auto drive to back up with me. Just shuffle across a row. No, I was pushing my luck. Thankfully, auto drive does not destroy crop, because otherwise I would be sad. Come on, come on. I wish the carter was a bit more aggressive in terms of getting into position. And I don't know what you're waiting for there. You're now going to go off and do some sort of weird freaking loop. This is the stuff that normally I edit out when I'm doing this kind of thing. So, yeah. Let's go. I have no idea how I managed to make tutorials on this stuff that were actually somewhat smooth and slick versus sometimes the real world experience. I guess some of it was the joy of editing stuff, and yeah, you can get away with a lot with an edit, to be fair. So I don't think I was doing that too much, but yeah, I think auto drive is not perfect, but hey, it's so much better than the alternative of no auto drive. So it probably need to think about a thumbnail. Well, that's very similar to the last one, but hey, we miss where visibility is. It'll do in case I forget. The reality of being a YouTuber stuff. No. I'm going to get a bunch of this done. I'll be back when we're a bit further through. I lost my patience in the end. I even drove it right next to the tractor and started auto drive, and it just did not want to behave. Maybe it's something with this field where I've split the field up. Maybe it's I need to update auto drive and cosplay because they're probably both quite old versions. I'm not sure, but what I've done instead is stick a base game worker in the forage harvester, and I am going to cut and we'll do what I said I would do way back when I was thinking that I would have to run forage harvester on courseplay, and I'll drive until the trailers are full, and then we will auto drive them back to the bunker and cycle like that, and we will get the job done, and it's going to be a darn sight quicker. And basically, yeah, I hit my patience limit for today of dealing with auto drive. We are able to pull up the hill with a fairly full trailer at the same speed as the harvester, which is nice. I'm not sure how much we've got off of here, but hey, this is the penultimate field that we need to harvest. That's kind of cool, but there are a ton of contracts that we can get done in September. So I might be back on here in October, but my intent is that the server for the patrons will be up from when I get it up and running again through the weekend. So we'll see how that goes. And I say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate you guys supporting the stuff that I do. You are all very cool. It's yeah, it does help out with kind of random projects. I've got some more random stuff that I'm doing in the background that it kind of it doesn't affect what you see. It affects stuff for me. So I quite often end up rendering videos in the evening and then wanting to upload them, but I don't particularly like leaving my PC and stuff running all night. So it's fine, you know, lots of people do that, but I generally don't like to. So what I've done, excuse me, is we have a bunch of old laptops in the house from having a teenager and stuff. So I have taken one of the teenager's very old laptops, but it works. It's got a 2-core 4-thread i3 processor in it and 4 gigs of RAM. So yeah, it's not the best laptop in the world, but my plan is that I am going to install Linux on it, so quite a lightweight build of Linux, so that it runs okay. I've tested it running it off a USB stick, and I'll be able to just copy the rendered videos onto that laptop, leave that running to upload stuff, and then it can auto switch off, and it won't be connected to all of the computer stuff in the office runs off of a socket, and so which I like to switch off, so it saves a bit of power. And I can just have that laptop plugged into a wall socket or whatever, and it'll run and do its thing. And, you know, I can then set that auto switch off, and it's a low power, because it's quite a old laptop. It's quite a low power laptop. So, you know, it'll be more economical in the very long term. And yeah, I just don't like leaving everything else switched on in the spare room when I don't need to. So, and that meant buying some new a new SSD to put in it, so which wasn't a lot of money, but you know, as the saying goes, every little helps. Right, one more run to go, and then probably need to do a bunch of compacting. I'm guessing it's not going to take that long to compact the volume of silage that we got. Actually, let's check. Because I'm actually in game, we can check the crop rotation, and corn is going to potatoes. So we will need to plough this field, but we are not going to be planting it until spring. So I'm not going to put a grass cover crop in here as well. We've got enough of that floating about. And actually I've been mixing feed, and my plan was, we'll check on the way past how grown that grass is. The plan was to do the indirect grazing, so we might have to wait until October for that to be grown enough. It might be enough that I can cut it and start using that for the feeding, which I can do once I've finished the silage harvest. So there we go. If I jump out, let's get in here. Fold this up, close this up, fold this up. We are going to lose a whole bunch of silage additive because I'm pretty sure we cannot unload this. I will double check. Yeah, we cannot unload it. So this may as well be returned because it's leased. Save a bit on leasing fees at least. Run. Actually, let's tab to the other one, which has got itself stuck. So hopefully we can unstuck it. Yep. Just where it's trying to back way too far up to tip. And looks like we need to do a fair bit of work in the silo to get something that's nice and compacted. But a couple of 100,000 litres off of that little field is pretty nice. I am not unhappy with that. You can go there. Let's jump to the other one and I'll run over here. We'll drive over the, or past the grass field so we can just see how grown in that is. That looks mowable. It's not quite harvest ready state, but that should be mowable. Yeah, so I think it's probably worth starting to cut that for feed. The other one is probably a state behind it, so I think the other one will be a growth state behind. So the other one and the main field will be cut for probably hay, maybe silage. I'm not sure. We will make that call when we get there as to what state we're in for feed. And we'll start using the whole crop as well. Or actually, probably if we're gonna be indirect grazing, we'll be hanging on to pretty much everything. So maybe we don't need to worry about bringing the whole crop in yet. I think I probably still have it set that we need to supplement the indirect grazing with silage, not hay, because that's kind of more like what's done in the UK from what I've seen of YouTube, which is always correct, obviously. So let's have a quick peek at how much we've got. 230,000 litres, that is pretty nice. I think I need to do a bit of work with the Merlot. And it's kind of a shame I didn't put a 3-point on the back of this, because then we could maybe run the roller on the back. But what I think I need to do is grab the bucket, or we lease a leveler. I don't think a leveler is going to help us with some of this. I think we need to kind of bully it a little bit and take some of the edge off. And because this is still unfermented, the leveler function in Maize Plus, but the leveler function in the game is not disabled by Maize Plus, which is really cool. And actually, that's quite quickly taken the peak off of that, which is all I really needed to do to be able to get the leveler in here. So let's park this up to the side. And hey, I didn't block it in. So, and start the process of compacting the silage. So I'll do a little bit and then I'll do the rest separately. You don't need to watch me spend what's going to be quite a significant amount of time compacting silage. Right. I think we need to put the diff locks on. And yeah, just do work now. So it's kind of a shame that I couldn't get Courseplay to do some of this in advance, but hey, it's not the worst job in the world to get done, and I could always rope in some of the patrons to help once it's on multiplayer server. So I think at this point I am going to say thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you to the 5,000 and a bit of you. Any comments, questions or suggestions, stick them below. Have you had problems with Courseplay not wanting to compact silage, or any tips to get auto drive to be more responsive, because that's kind of annoying. Yeah, and I will see you next time on Glenlarden.